Hey family and friends and the world, how y'all doing? Omaha and other parts, what's happening? This is a video. I want to answer long lost LPMan's latest thread, but I also want to give you an update on some other things, okay? All right. Um, a young local filmmaker or aspiring filmmaker recently came to my house and videotaped an interview with me to be part of a project he's putting together about record collecting and record lovers and music lovers. And he's posted a rough cut of it on Vimeo, mainly seeking to create interest in his project in Omaha, the Omaha area. So what I'm going to do is put a link below this video to that video, and if there's any folks from Omaha or in Nebraska that are interested in participating in this documentary, get a hold of this guy Travis. I forget his last name. Okay, that's something I wanted to tell you last time. He's posted part of the interview that he did with me online, and I've only watched part of it, but looks great, you know. And the premise of what he's trying to do, I think, is great, which is to try to really, make sense of the mystique of record collecting and all that goes along with it. So there's that. I wanted to tell you about that. I'll try to remember to put the link below. So yesterday I did end up going to the studio and getting my master for Dereck 2. Here it is. I'm really happy to say that my Tom Ware is such a good friend that even after the extra work that he did for me, this still cost me less than $1,000. Okay, folks, so some of you folks that maybe don't know about what it takes to make records, it's not cheap, okay? And this master, the master he did for Dereck 3, he did that, really as a sign of friendship. What he charged me was, I won't say it, it was a gift, really. This, even though it's, this could have cost me well over $1,000. He kept it under. He still gave me a deal. I'm so pleased with how this sounds. It's worth it. So this means I get to concentrate on getting the album artwork together. At this point, because I have to pay more for the master, do I intend to charge more for the record? I don't intend to, unless the pressing charges go up since I did my last record. I want to try to keep the price down. I know that maybe that's insane on my part because I need the money to live on, but I just really don't want to get caught up in money madness. I'll leave it at that. You folks know I got some strong thoughts and feelings about the way that we have chosen to live. Money madness is what it is money madness. Okay. So, excuse me. Before I do the thread, had a good practice with RAF last night with Rick Agnew. And he will be by either today or tomorrow. So you'll get to meet Rick. Really glad that I've met Rick. It feels like an opportunity. The timing is right. Maybe nothing will come of this opportunity, but I feel and sense something larger than, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't. Could be an opportunity for him and me and the band to move, our personal business forward. Come to find out that Rick has, worked with a lot of sharks. A lot of people have fucked him over, which is par for the course in entertainment. If you're getting into the business, folks, expect to get fucked. Watch your back. Be careful about fair weather friends. All that old advice, if you've ever heard it, it's all true. Watch out for it. Okay, so hey Trish, I haven't had a chance to play these yet, but thank you again, DJ Trish. I see that someone has asked to link to my video about that. The guy wants to start mixtape exchange. I say go ahead with yourself. I'm not getting involved with that because of the cost, and also because I'm not interested in getting a bunch of CDs in my house. I got too many CDs in the house now. I'll take records. Okay. Long lost LP man, really glad to have you back, man. And I support you 100% in your personal journey, in all endeavors. You know, that's the one thing I'm happy to say, is that I'm not here looking for people to agree with me. I'm not looking here to try to start a movement. I'm just expressing my thoughts. I'm expressing things to encourage thought. You know, I'm not looking for people to agree with me and side with me. You know, I'm just talking about what I see and feel, okay? And long lost LP man, I'm glad you're back and you're part of the dialogue, you know, and we don't agree on everything and we don't have to, and it's not the point. The point is to throw it out there and be thinking, because the thinking may lead to something. Someone left me a message yesterday saying he's going to still listen to music, but he's going out into his community, he's going to start a project. If he really does that based on something I said, there's the evidence in and of itself, okay? But that's been going on for all through my life, okay? You people that don't know me don't know it, okay? All right, here we go, LLP. Number one, is there a song or an album that you cannot get out of your head right now? Well, that's the way my head works, and it goes from song to song. And for a long time, it was Mew 156. Right now, it's my own song. Several seconds later, I just uploaded the video for it by Digital Sex last night. It's one of the songs that I wrote for the band. I wrote the words even. I wrote the whole song, okay? We never recorded it. It's not preserved. And so that's kind of a rarity. And I'd forgotten, you know, that riff. It's kind of heavy, you know. I like it. But that's how my head works, is that music gets stuck in it. And it'll usually be one song that'll be going, okay? And so right now it's my own music, which is kind of nice. Number two, has the economy impacted your personal buying habits? Absolutely. But as you know, LP man, I quit my job. I walked off of it. Call it early retirement, call it whatever you want. I'm living off of the money I have. I have enough to keep going for a while. That's what I want to do. I don't want to go back to work. I'd like to work at being an artist. I'd like to get paid, you know, for being an artist, like some of these other people, like Justin Bieber. I'd like to get paid like him. I dare say I think I deserve it more. That's probably just an egotistical bullshit statement. Now, take that back. Justin Bieber, he can have his money, but I'd like to have it too. I think I'm just as good in my own way. So yes, the economy has impacted it. I still have the lust, and it is a lust, for buying and looking through records. So I have bought records every week since I've retired. I'm thinking about it. I'm being more careful about it. I'm not ordering online, which I did a lot of last year and the year before, which I had not done before. And that's directly attributed to my involvement in the VC that I started to order online. I'm not doing that. I really can't afford it. So consequently, there are very few vinyl updates here where I'm showing you something I bought. I still have plenty of records to show, but yeah, I do lament the fact that I have all this freedom, but at the sacrifice of really not having, you know, a working income at this time that I can really just, you know, dip into for my my addiction. Your third question is, what is on your wish list currently? That's always hard for me to say because my wish list is always the same, which is, if I could be a completist collector of certain artists, I would be. And some of those artists that I would collect everything by is Yellow Magic Orchestra and all three solo members, Genesis, Alan Holdsworth. At this point, if I could afford it, I would collect a complete John Coltrane collection. My thinking about Coltrane's music has changed. I mean, I've always appreciated it, but as far as collecting him, when I was able to get those records recently and listening to them, you know, listening to records is more fun than playing CDs, and it's a bigger kick and it gets more out of me, and consequently it's got me more focused on just how delicious John Coltrane's music is to listen to. above and beyond what it does for the soul. Um, John Coltrane is his tone and his whole being when it comes to that saxophone. I love it. Okay. The other thing that I'm always wanting is I always want to collect more European rock, present and past, but especially from the past. I really would like to um, have music from pretty much every culture in the world if I could, but because of my age, the prog rock scene and what was going on in the 70s in particular is very romantic in my mind. And so anytime I can get records from that period, from Germany, Italy, France, Greece, England, the Scandinavian countries, Brazil, um, I need to learn more about Africa. Was there rock happening in Africa in the 70s? I doubt it. But that's the stuff that's always on my wish list. Always want to find that stuff. Always. Always want to find more psychedelia from my childhood. You know, I still have a backlog of record covers I can see in my head that I have not seen since I was a child. But they're actually still, in spite of all the brain damage and through the years or whatever, you know, I can still see some covers I've never seen. I'm waiting to see them. I don't know who the artists are. But every now and then it has happened that, like Algernon Stradgard, that's a band who I saw one of their covers in a record shop when I was really young, and it just floored me, and I'll never forget. And I've seen it online since. I still would love to have that cover. It's just a fantastic. It looks like a painting of some sort. Okay, so those are my answers to you, LLPMan. I subscribe to your son's channel. I think that's awesome that he's getting involved. I hear his passion for music. I also hear him talking about the struggles that you as a family have had with Christianity. You know, move forward, do what you think is best. Long lost LLPMan. I will say this about the point on faith. I don't see the point of it. For what faith? Faith? Why? Why? For what reason? That's all. What's on my agenda today? Today it's going to be warm. I'm supposed to get up to about 90 today in Omaha. And at this point, I don't have any plans. I have a slight headache because I was up late last night. I'm going to clean my ears. I have some house stuff that I could do, but I'm kind of thinking I'm going to take it easy today. Lastly, something I've been thinking of doing is, you know, like I bet you all have records that you never think to show, or that if you look at them and it doesn't strike you to show them. And I have records like that too. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to spot a record that I always pass over to show. And I'm going to just show it, okay? Okay, all right, here's one. Right away, here's one that I would always pass over. Look what I have. The Kingsmen, Louie Louie. I dare say, people, that this is an original copy. I don't know how long I've had this. You know, this was a huge hit, and so it was pressed over and over and over again, I'm sure. But this still has the original inner sleeve from Scepter and Wand Records. Look at this baby. Louie Louie. This is an original Sweethearts. Whichever third, fourth, fifth pressing of it is, whatever it is, this is the original. This is not a reissue on another label. This is the original baby. And Louie Louie does figure in big time into my history of listening to rock music. It was an unavoidable record. And all the stupid controversy about what are they saying? Is it smut? Is it dirty? And you listen, it's like, it's just garbled. And it's like, no, it's just the insanity of, see, here I go again. But the insanity of conventional thinking is what I'm always speaking about. People say things that don't make any fucking sense. And we have the whole world behaving as a result of something someone said. that they thought was brilliant. It's just stupid. Okay, let me go to another section. Let's pull something that I wouldn't show. Okay, well, oh, here's one. Here's a blues album that I have. Sugarcane's Got the Blues. Don Sugarcane Harris. Okay. Why does Dereck have this record? A couple reasons. It's on the MPS label. Okay. I love the MPS label. You folks know I have a really crap attitude about listening to the blues, so I don't have this to listen to. The reason why this stays in my collection is because the band that is backing up Sugarcane Harris on this album is Soft Machine. And I collect Soft Machine. Now, when I listen to this, I can hear the Soft Machine doing their take of the blues, which isn't very good, in my opinion. But I have this album as part of my Soft Machine Robert Wyatt collection, okay? I'm glad I'm doing this because I probably would have never shown you this record otherwise, okay? And this is a, you know, there are, how about you guys that have large collections? Do you realize that you have records you'll never listen to again? I do realize that, you know, it's not a morbid thought, it's a fact. There's records here that I'll never play again. This might have been one of them. Maybe now it will get played, okay? Look at the time. Let me do one more, okay? Okay, so that was Sugarcane Harris. Let's go over here and look and see. Something that I would not think to show. Oh, these are cool. See, I get to certain parts of my collection. You know, I want to show all this. Let me find something I would not. Okay, here we go. Here's two. These are two records that, again, would probably just keep getting passed over when I go to say, what am I going to show? Here's one. The Greatest of Stan Getz. And it's not that it's a bad album. It's just one of those that it's kind of, you know, kind of generic seeming when I look at it. Greatest of Stan Getz. How can you get excited about that? But it's in my collection. And now that I've got it here, I'm going to leave it out and play it because I can't remember what's on here. Another collection that goes back to my childhood. And Stephanie, if you watch this, I know you will. You'll appreciate this. Remember these guys? Jerry and the Pacemakers. Remember this? Oh, I love this band. Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying. You know, they predated Beatles. They got here before the Beatles as far as the English invasion. Love this band. Other songs on this album, How Do You Do It? Their version of You'll Never Walk Alone. This is pure nostalgia for me. But I love it. God knows when the last time that I played this record. Let's take a look here at this. Okay. Let me see what this inner sleeve is. This is an original, it's a cap inner sleeve, okay? But this is on Laurie Records. So that, just to keep things kind of interesting, there's a couple records that I probably would have not shown before, okay? Maybe we could do, okay, I'll propose that as a thread. Show me a record that you would not think to show me otherwise. One that you always pass up when you're picking records to show. Show records that you wouldn't normally show, and why?